In honor of Cale Makar being the cover athlete for NHL 24, I'm going to go ahead and play through every single NHL game he's been a part of, and we're going to be completing a challenge in every single game. So to begin Cale Makar's career, at 19 years old, he's starting off as an 81 overall with elite potential, 4 stars in puck skills, 3.5 in senses, 4 in shooting, 4 in defense, 4.5 in skating, and 3.5 in physical. Coming in as a rookie in the postseason as an 81 overall, expectations were high for this guy, and boy did he ever exceed them. So NHL 19 is going to be the only game where we don't spin a challenge wheel, and the reason for that is Cale Makar made his debut in the postseason against the Calgary Flames, and in game number 1 he was able to pick up his first goal. So I feel like it's only fitting that our first challenge for today's video is to score a goal against the Calgary Flames. So here we go, taking on the Calgary Flames. It's definitely not going to be an easy task for Cale Makar to get his first goal, because we are playing on all-star difficulty, so it's not like I'm on rookie here. I would love to play on rookie and make this as easy as possible for me, but you know what? Let's make it a bit of a challenge. So Cale Makar's got the puck, and he's going to try to go coast to coast here. Obviously, going coast to coast is definitely not the easiest way to do this, because, I mean, obviously, we just try to get a one-timer for him to tee up, but you know what? That's probably not going to be the case. So I don't really know what's happening here, but Calgary's going to be scoring the first goal of the game. I don't know what those save animations were, but yeah, Calgary's up 1-0. I mean, it doesn't really matter how many goals Calgary scores, but I mean, yeah, what just happened here? Alright, so I think it's safe to say that things aren't going right now. We're entering the second period, we're losing 2-0. Cale Makar, I don't even think he's got a shot on goal yet. Yeah, this is actually a lot more difficult than I thought. So ideally, win the faceoff back to Cale Makar, and he can somehow create some space here, but why would I ever win a faceoff? I think I'm like 0 for 9 today. Don't know what's going on. I'm usually not this bad faceoffs. Okay, Varlamov, that was the slowest reaction I've ever seen. I mean, I'm not playing good defense here, but bro, the puck hit you and you stalled for like 4 seconds. Just did not move. Not letting the team down, you're letting me down. And letting me down is way more important than the team. There's no I in team, but there is in time, and you're wasting a lot of mine. That was a gem right there. I'm keeping that in the video. Okay, you're telling me that goes in the net. Cale Makar's had some great opportunities, but this is the shot that ends up in the back of the net. I don't know if it was a short-handed one. I don't think it was. But nah, this ain't it. Cale Makar, you let the entire team down. You really did. Like, absolutely everyone here. You were unable to pick up a goal. We're losing 5-1. We're going to have to restart this. And you know what? Because I lost, I'm reducing it to pro difficulty. Yeah, I don't care that I'm not playing on all-star anymore. It's about scoring a goal. Doesn't matter what difficulty it is. Y'all are going to have to deal with me playing on pro difficulty, alright? Oh, wow. What happened here? Oh, game 1 of the day. Okay, here we go. The first game of the day, you know, we're on all-star difficulty, of course. Definitely did not just lower it to pro. Cale Makar. Yeah, so I think this might be the best time for me to ask you guys to subscribe. We're down bad. You know what? Just because of that right there, game settings, where is it? Arcade, rookie. We're going all the way down to rookie just because of that. Was that an incredibly stupid pass? Yes, it was. Are we going to talk about what just happened here? No, we are not. Am I going to keep all of this in the video? Of course I am. Because we need to witness this great moment right here. How did that actually end up in the back of the net, though? Like, how did Varlamov not stop this? That was like the perfect pass to get past the goaltender. We are just going to pretend that none of this happened. Actually, we're not on rookie. We're on superstar difficulty, full sim style. Hardest difficulty there is. You might not know that. I actually decided to up the difficulty after our... Well, actually, this is our first game. I was going to say after our last game, but you know what? We actually haven't played a game yet. First game of the day. Cale Makar is going to score a goal against the Calgary Flames. Yeah, it shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so Cale Makar's got the puck again. Teeing that one up. Wow. Honestly, I have no clue how a shot like that on superstar difficulty, full sim style, ends up in the back of the net, but you know what? We'll take it. Game must have glitched or something. Must have thought we were on rookie difficulty or something. Arcade mode. Yeah, not really too sure how that happened. But you know what? We'll take it. Also, since this took so long and Cale Makar wears the number 8 on his jersey, 8,000 likes and I'll buy his jersey. And I don't think it's that difficult to figure out. I'm not really in the mood to be buying a $300 jersey. So after that absolutely fantastic experience I just had in NHL 19, it's time to move on. And we've moved on to NHL 20, and now we have to win an NHL 3's game with Cale Makar. But what is Cale Makar looking like in NHL 20? Well, he's an 85 overall with elite potential, 4 stars in puck skills, 4 in senses, 4 in shooting, 3.5 in defense, 5 in skating, and 3.5 in physical. So his attributes, of course, they went up. He's an 85 overall. Let's see what he can do in this game, because I don't think it's possible for him to be worse than he was in the last game. Then again, that could have been user error. So for this game, it doesn't really matter which team we take on, so I'm going to completely randomize it. We're going to stop in 3, and 2, and 1. and we're taking on the Boston Bruins. That's actually a pretty good matchup for Cale Makar to have. So here's what our settings are looking like. We have a 5-goal limit. Of course, you got to win by 2, and there is going to be the money puck. So this is the lineup we're going to be rocking. We got Nathan MacKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, Cale Makar, and then Philip Grubauer in between the pipes. Alright, so here we go. NHL 3s with Cale Makar and the Colorado Avalanche. Fun fact about me, I absolutely hate this game mode because it's way too arcadey, as you will see. Cale Makar is going to lay out Zdeno Chara at one point in this video here. I shouldn't say in this video. In this game mode, he's just going to rock that man, and it's going to make absolutely no sense. But he's going to dangle around absolutely everyone. He's picking up our first goal of the game. This is actually off to a better start than I was expecting. But here we go, Cale Makar lighting up Zdeno Chara. Explain that to me. In what world does this actually happen? It's supposed to be arcadey and all that, but even still, it's a bit excessive, don't you think? And sometimes I'm not even trying to score with Cale Makar, but he just happens to be in the right spot at the right time. I was actually trying to go backdoor to Nathan MacKinnon, but you know what? Cale Makar, pick up another goal. I'm not against it. Okay, 18 seconds left. Literally nothing has happened in the second period, except for Cale Makar scoring this goal right here. Never mind. I thought I was just going to tee that one up into the back of the net, but you know what? Not exactly what's happening. So here we go, 2-1 game. +3 money puck on the line. I mean, if we score this, the game's over. If Boston scores, we're kind of in trouble here. And Cale Makar, what are you going to do to start this? Oh, okay, never mind. Hold on. I'll just end it. I was going to say Cale Makar is turning it over and it's 2-on-1, but you know what? He turned it over in a great spot for Nathan MacKinnon to pick it up and finish this game. We're taking it 5-1. Hey, a win is a win around here. Cale Makar, you should get the assist for that. You actually might have got the assist because I don't think anyone else touched the puck. You picked up 2 goals, 1 helper. You carried the way for us. Great work, Makar. Now it's time to move on to NHL 21. So after that massive NHL 3s win, we're moving on to NHL 20, and now our goal is to win a Stanley Cup. So I don't know why I said we're moving on to NHL 20. We're clearly on NHL 21 here. And Cale Makar, 21 years old, he's up to an 87 overall, elite potential still, 5 stars in puck skills, 5 in senses, 4 in shooting, 4 in defense, 5 in skating, and 3.5 in physical. The dude's an absolute beast right now, and so is this Colorado Avalanche team. We gotta try to win a Stanley Cup with them, and honestly, that shouldn't really be too hard. We don't really have to make too many moves here. Maybe fix up the bottom 6 a little bit. Besides that, I think we're ready to roll. So right now, the first move I'm looking at is trading Erik Johnson. I would love to have him on the team to win a Stanley Cup, but for $6 million and an 83 overall, that's definitely not the move, especially when I can pick up Bertuzzi and Vrana. So we're going to offer this package over, and they're saying yes immediately. I was expecting we were going to have to give up a bit more, but you know what? I can work with that deal right there. So I'm going to be doing a deal with the Arizona Coyotes, Brandon Saad for Connor Garland. They're pretty similar in overall, but I'm basically clearing up about $5 million in cap space. They're going to say no to this deal. I'll take out the second rounder, throw a third and a fourth in instead. Actually, we'll do 2 fourth rounders. That'll be enough to get this deal done. We got Connor Garland, freed up a bunch of cap space, and now we can make some big moves. So here we go, the massive trade I was talking about. Bo Byram and 2 7th rounders. Yes, they really want these 2 7th rounders for Charlie McAvoy. The 7th rounders are really the difference maker. Apparently they're not. Here's a 6th as well. So 2 7ths and a 6th rounder. Bro, what else do you want? You keep saying, oh, just sweeten the touch. A 5th rounder. Like all these 7th rounders and 6th rounders and 5th rounders, it's just been from, oh, can you sweeten the touch just a little bit? And I had to add 4 draft picks. I mean, granted, they were 2 7ths, a 6th, and a 5th, so who really cares? But we got Charlie McAvoy. That's really what matters. The next deal I'm making is strictly to clear up cap space. That's the only reason I made this deal. We cleared up $6 million in this move. So we're going to make a move to help out our bottom 6. Kempe and Athanasiou for Connor Timmins and 3 4th round picks. As I said, this move is going to be helping our depth. And now I think our lowest overall in the forward core is like an 82 or something. So we're looking great. And our final move that we're going to be seeing before heading into the season is picking up Kaprizov from the Minnesota Wild. Yeah, we just got this deal done. Ain't no way. So here's what the team's going to be looking like heading into the season. We got Nathan MacKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, and Vrana on the first line. The only reason Vrana's here is he has perfect line chemistry. So, I mean, we get a +3 overall boost. I think it's worth it. Kaprizov, Kadri, Bertuzzi on the second. Connor Garland, Soderberg, and Landeskog on the third line. And then on our fourth line, we got Burakovsky, the absolute legend, Kempe, and Athanasiou. Defensively, we're looking fantastic with Samuel Jordan and Cale Makar leading the first line. On the second, we got Charlie McAvoy and Ryan Graves. That's giving them a +3 overall boost. And then Devon Taves and Patrick Nemeth, they're getting a +3 overall boost as well. I mean, I technically could do this, but then the second line's only getting that +1, so nah, we want that +3 right there. And then in between the pipes, of course, Grubauer and Francouz. Grubauer, you're going to be our Stanley Cup winning goaltender. I have full faith in you. So the Colorado Avalanche were an absolute dominant force this season, first in the entire league, 59, 19, and 4, averaging 4.1 goals per game. Over 4 goals a game for the Colorado Avalanche. Nah, this team was something else. And leading the way for the team was Nathan MacKinnon, 65 goals, 64 helpers, 129 points. Mikko Rantanen's picking up 113, but more importantly, Cale Makar, 81 points, 11 goals, 70 assists. You love to see it, you really do. But also, where's the true legend of the team? Andre Burakovsky, 14 goals, 23 helpers, 37 points, -3. The -3 might not be the best, but 37 points, it's not bad for a fourth line guy. Looking at Grubauer's numbers, nothing I can really complain about here. 48 wins, 6 shots, a 904 and a 288. Pretty solid numbers. I just need you to hold up in the postseason. And as we know, the postseason is not going to be an easy task for us because in the first round, we got to take on the Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars are going to put up a great fight against us, but when it came down to Game 6, we're going to be coming out on top in a 6-0 win. That was a dominant closeout game from us. From here on out, we're going to be taking on Canadian teams until we reach the Stanley Cup final because we got the Winnipeg Jets next up, and on the other side of the bracket, we got the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Vancouver Canucks. So we're going to have back-to-back Canadian matchups here. Well, it would have been back-to-back matchups if we can get out of the second round because right now we're down 3-1 in the series and things aren't looking too good for us. We're going to be able to steal Game 5 6-3, so Game 6 it's a must-win for us. And we're falling. The Colorado Avalanche team I just constructed's fallen in the second round to the Winnipeg Jets. Ain't no way. At the end of the day, I guess the lone positive is we lost to the eventual Stanley Cup champions in the Winnipeg Jets, but even still. How did we fall to the Winnipeg Jets? I constructed almost a perfect team. Second round exit, you hate to see it. So I just thought I'd point out the man that finished 6th in postseason scoring, Nathan MacKinnon, 11 goals, 13 helpers, 24 points in 12 games. He was averaging 2 points a game, and was 6th in league scoring after falling in the second round. Safe to say Nathan MacKinnon was pretty dominant. But this video is not about Nathan MacKinnon, it's about this guy Cale Makar. 1 goal, 6 assists, 7 points. I need you to step up in the postseason. You needed to carry the weight for the defense. And unfortunately, you just weren't that guy this time around. It's time to move on to NHL 22. Now, real talk, the fact that we just didn't win a Stanley Cup there is absolutely disappointing. I constructed almost a perfect roster. Maybe we could have used a better goaltender, who knows. But now we got to trade for Cale Makar, and I'm going to try to use the worst team possible. So during the 2021-2022 season, the Montreal Canadiens finished dead last in the entire league, followed by the Arizona Coyotes, Seattle Kraken, Philadelphia Flyers, and New Jersey Devils. I'm first going to start with the Montreal Canadiens and try to get a deal done with them and Cale Makar. If that doesn't work, I'll move on to the Arizona Coyotes, Seattle Kraken, and so on and so forth until I'm able to get a deal done. Ideally, we do it with team number 1 in Montreal, but if we can't, we just move on to team number 2. So we've moved on to NHL 22, and Cale Makar is now up to a 92 overall, high elite potential. For some reason, I thought he had franchise potential in this game. I guess not. He's a 92 overall though, 5 stars in puck skills, 5 in senses, 4 in shooting, 5 in defense, 5 in skating, and 3.5 in physical. Basically, this guy can do whatever you want him to do, except fight. And I think that's pretty fair, to be honest. And now we have to somehow trade for him, and I don't even know how it's going to be possible because look at his trade value, and then we're going to go over to the Montreal Canadiens. So yeah, Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki, and then 2 first-round picks. You all have to be in this deal no matter what. So this is the best package I can offer from the Montreal Canadiens. Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, 2 firsts, and Shea Weber. They're going to be saying no to this deal, so we're going to have to move on. So we've moved on over to the Arizona Coyotes, and this deal might be actually slightly easier to get done just because the contracts are going to work a lot better here. Here's 2 first rounders. This is the best package we can offer over for Cale Makar. We're going to send it over. They're saying no. We're moving on to the Seattle Kraken. So we're not going to really waste our time here with the Seattle Kraken. This is the best trade offer we can send over. There's no way Colorado's saying yes to this. Yeah, they're going to say no to that one. We're moving on from Seattle, and we're off to the Philadelphia Flyers. Our biggest issue right now is we can't find players that fit their trade block. What we really need is a good team. The only issue is good teams don't finish at the bottom of the league. So I did just say that good teams don't finish at the bottom of the league, but that was a complete lie because we know that the year the St. Louis Blues won the Stanley Cup, they were in dead last in early January. So yeah, sometimes good teams do finish at the bottom of the league, and then they perform miracles and win Stanley Cups. Still haven't figured out how that happened, but you know what? A bunch of grit and grind from the St. Louis Blues. They won a Stanley Cup. Robert Thomas got a cup. Vladimir Tarasenko got one. Jordan Binnington, Stanley Cup champion. You can't take that away from us. Also, Colorado doesn't want anyone from Philly, but this next team we're heading to, I think we'll be able to get a deal done fairly easy. And the reason I said we should be able to get a deal done with this next team is the New Jersey Devils. So that means we can include Jack Hughes in a deal. We can include Dougie Hamilton. Holtz, you're going to be included, and then we'll include some first rounders, this one right here, and then 2023. This should be enough to get Cale Makar. We're giving up more than enough, although they don't want any of this. Wow, they're really saying no to that. They don't want Jack Hughes, they don't want Dougie Hamilton, they don't want Holtz or these first rounders. Yeah, no, finding something the Colorado Avalanche wants is incredibly difficult because this package honestly probably should be enough, according to trade value, I mean. So I tweaked the deal slightly to include Nico Hischier and Jesper Bratt just because the Colorado Avalanche want them. Maybe that's enough to get this deal done. They want Nico Hischier, but they don't want anyone else. Yeah, I guess we're moving on from the New Jersey Devils. And the next team up is going to be the Chicago Blackhawks, which might be possible because I think Patrick Kane's going to have a lot of trade value. So I've retained half of Dougie Hamilton's salary, half of Nico Hischier's. You're also getting Jack Hughes and 2 first-round picks for Cale Makar. They're still saying no. Y'all are greedy. Y'all are real greedy. So honestly, I think retaining salary might be the play here because Patrick Kane, I'm just going to take 50% of yours and offer you straight up for Cale Makar. I don't think you'll be enough, but I mean, hey, you got franchise potential here. You have a ton of trade value. This might be enough. I don't think it will be. Of course it's not. Let's throw in a couple first round picks and we might be able to get a deal done here. So I think this is the move. Patrick Kane 50% retained, a second rounder and a first rounder for Cale Makar. We actually might finally be able to get a deal done. They're saying no, but we just need to sweeten the touch. And you know what that means? Kirby Dach are getting thrown into this deal and Dylan Strome are getting thrown into this deal. We're not messing around. We need this deal to get done. Cale Makar, welcome to the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm so sorry you have to play for this franchise, especially after I traded all of those guys. Because right now it's you, DeBrincat, Seth Jones, and that's about it. I kind of want to simulate the season just to see how this team performs because I don't think they would win more than 25 games. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. What would happen with Cale Makar on the Chicago Blackhawks without Dylan Strome, Kirby Dach, and Patrick Kane? It would be a rough season, I can tell you that for a fact. So not only did this team win more than 20 games, they finished 3rd in the Central Division and made the playoffs. And on top of that, you know what they did in the postseason? Well, they didn't win, I can tell you that for a fact. I mean, even this simulation can't be that unrealistic. But they did make it all the way to the conference finals and lose in 6 games. Yeah, that happened. Cale Makar himself got this team all the way to the conference finals. Alright, this is getting way too unrealistic for me. Let's move on to NHL 23. Before we move on to NHL 23 though, we got to figure out what our challenge is going to be for that game. And it looks like it's going to be scoring an OT winner. I think that's a pretty fitting challenge for this game. So Cale Makar finally getting the respect he deserves. 94 overall, high franchise potential, 5 stars in puck skills, 5 in census, 4.5 in shooting, 5 in defense, 5 in skating, and 3 in physical. His physical attributes actually went down, but to be fair, it's not like he's known for landing big hits, especially big hits after the whistle that are considered dirty that also lead to suspensions in the postseason. I don't think that's ever happened before, but all that matters, 94 overall franchise potential, you'll love to see it. So which team are we going to be taking on in overtime? Well, it's whatever game heads to overtime. So if it happens to be this one, then that would be great. We're taking on the New York Rangers. It's going to be a tough matchup for Cale Makar, but I know we can get it done. So here we go. Of course, we got Nathan MacKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, Cale Makar out here. Ideally, we win this face-off back, but why would I ever win a face-off? I guess some things just never change, hey? Can't win a face-off to save my life. But here we go. Cale Makar, he's turning on the Jets, getting past the defense. He's flying down the ice right now. Had a great opportunity to score there, but he's not able to capitalize on that one. We're going to rip the puck around. Nathan MacKinnon's got it. Now we just got to set Cale Makar up, and that's a great opportunity right there. But here we go. 30 seconds left. Cale Makar, you got to break away from Tarasenko here. There we go. We got past him. You got to work your way into the zone and then somehow get a great opportunity, which I don't even know how you're going to do that. I guess like that. That's how you're going to get a fantastic opportunity. All right then. Cale Makar, he's picking up an overtime winner. That was our last challenge for NHL 23. That was the only challenge for NHL 23. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm bugging right now. But now we have NHL 24, the game he's the cover athlete for, and he's got to pick up a hat trick. The perfect way to end it. So here we are on NHL 24, the current game. Sounds great to say. Cale Makar, 95 overall franchise potential, 5 stars in puck skills, 5 in census, 5 in shooting, 5 in defense, 5 in skating, 4 in physical. The dude's an absolute beast, and I can't wait to see him pick up a hat trick in this game. And you know what? I decided I'm going to make the executive decision here. We're going to be taking on the Seattle Kraken, the team that eliminated the Colorado Avalanche in the playoffs last season. Cale Makar's ready to pick up a hat trick against this team, and he's ready to finish this challenge off. And you know what? I'm going to make it clear right now. This is the first game I've ever played on NHL 24, so I'm playing on pro difficulty. All I know is they've changed the controls a lot. The gameplay is very different, and I want to make sure I actually have a chance of scoring a hat trick here. And this is my first experience with the new pressure system because I never played the beta. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan in the slightest. The defense becomes so slow for the user or the opponent that it's absolutely ridiculous. There is no reason the defense should move this slow. Granted, this is on pro difficulty, and I don't know if the speed changes depending on which difficulty you're on, and I'm assuming it's different if you're playing online. But here we are 4 minutes into the second period, and I was finally able to score my first goal. Unfortunately, it's not with Cale Makar, it is with Jonathan Drouin. And these cutscenes right here, this might be a hot take, but who really cares? It's not that big of a deal. Like, I've seen people losing their minds about these cutscenes. It's not that big of a deal. Like, let's be completely honest here. Should they have used their resources working on these cutscenes instead of other things in the game? Absolutely not. They should have been working on other things. But people are acting like like this cutscene right here is making or breaking the game. But one thing that does make or break the game, this full pressure system, and I'm going to be absolutely abusing it here, and that's going to help Cale Makar pick up his first goal of the game. And you already know, for the rest of this video, I'm going to be scoring the goals when the full pressure system's at its max. And in saying that, Cale Makar's got the puck once again, the full pressure system's all maxed out, and it's time for him to go to work, and he's going to be burying his second of the game. So there's a handful of things that definitely need to be addressed, and one of them is the amount of penalties your AI teammates take. I have 3 people in the penalty box here. We've taken 3 penalties in like 45 seconds. None of them were me. They were all the AI. And the second thing is, I'm on the penalty kill right now. Why can I not ice the puck? I can launch it about 3 feet and then the opponent catches it and they're back in the offensive zone. In what world can an NHL player not ice the puck from their own zone? Like, what are we doing here? So it's time to finish this off right now. Cale Makar, it's time for you to pick up the hat trick. You're going to go in between the legs, top shelf on the goaltender, and that's how we're going to be ending it here. A beautiful goal by Cale Makar. He's picked up the hat trick, and we've used Cale Makar in every single NHL game.